wabarakatuh. Thank you for coming to this presentation. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to discuss about head and modifier revision. But firstly, I would like to introduce our team. My name is HASRIANTI as moderator and the first speaker. And the second speaker is ISNANINGSI. And the third speaker is MUH.UTAMA PUTRA. And the fourth speaker is NURFANI ALFIRA. And the last speaker is ASRUL bin RUSTAM. Okay, I will explain about hand and modifier. Head. In linguistics, the head of a process is the word that determines the syntax type of that process. For example, the head of the noun process boiling hot water is the noun water. Analogously, the head of compound is the stem that determines the semantic categories of that compound. For example, the head of the compound noun head bag is bag. Such a head bag is a bag, not a head. Modifier. In grammar, a modifier is an optional element in process structure or clause structure. A modifier is so called because it is said to modify, change the meaning of another element is the structure on which it is dependent. For example, this is a red ball. The adjective red is modifier the noun ball.
Okay, I am first speaker. Well, thanks for the opportunity. I will explain about for and against for parasis. Each parasis has a central word which control the other words. Parasis and even clauses that occur in it. The central words in the head and other words and parasis are the modifier usually occurring next to it, such as moving together can be replaced with words and can be for again. For example, the adult that we know and love has left just picked her bag and walked out. The adult expression we know and love has one of these individual as an open. For all the types of price, the criterion applies without difficulty in clauses and general therapeutic construct do not apply to limit verb sequence plus subject of some can. For example, Norman Lemming jumped off the cliff and William Lemming did so too. Where 3 is the common construction. In 3, the sequence is so that which is not even a straightforward substitution of did for jump and so far off the cliff because the verb and complement would have to be transposed to yield so did. 3. Norman Lemming jumped off the cliff and so did William Lemming. The one structure from spontaneous spoken English that make fit is sound in 4. 4 came right in he did we talk so much. As a knock, unfortunately, the structure of 4 is not clear. Other arguments for parasis turn of example of the sort in 5 and 6. 5 Harry called Mary Mr. Knightley, but Emma called. 6. What Harry did was marry Mr. Martin. The argument is that in 5 the parasis Mary Mr. Knightley has been ellipted. Emma called Mary Mr. Knightley is reduced to call. In 6 was has the clause what Harris did as its subject and marry Mr. Knightley as its complement. That is the sequence marry Mr. Knightley turned up in different slots and in 6 can even be genuinely transposed to the front to give. 7 marry Mr. Martin was what Harry did. The example show the verb plus complement or an adjunct does form a process in certain construction, but the argument does not apply to has lived in one with a verb market for thus one piece of that they look more promise for process in conjunction as in Egg. Emma insulted Miss Bates and annoying Mr. Connectly. For example, the analysis as having a subject, noun parasis Emma and two parasis. For parasis connected by M, insult Miss Bates and annoying Mr. Connectly. And I invite Sister NURFANI ALFIRA to explain the material.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is MUH.UTAMA PUTRA from 5B class and group 5. Okay, I want to explain about verb and core. The description that focus on dependency relation do not devote much time to the argument for and against verb phrase. They incorporate the view that other division of the clause based on dependency are more important. Clauses are analyzed as having a nucleus and a periphery. The nucleus contains the verb and its complement, looks like subject, direct object, indirect object, and oblique object, or adverb of direction. The periphery consists of oblique objects, which are verbs of time or adverbs of occasion, and some other types of adverb. Some verb, for example, is her new book reads very well, is quite acceptable, but her new book read is not acceptable. Okay, maybe that's all I can explain. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the opportunity. I am the fourth speaker. I will explain about nucleus and periphery. The split between nucleus and periphery is sometimes replaced by a three-wise split between core. Nucleus and periphery. The core of a clause is the verb. The nucleus is the verb plus complements, and the periphery is also as described. The idea that the verb in a clause is the core fits with other properties of verb. Next, for example, nucleus and periphery. For example 1, Latin. Signature was found, there was fighting. The next example 2, Turkish. Konus ul mas. One word. Spoken passive. It is not spoken. No speaking. For example 3, Uganda, Africa, Bantu language. Ligi, Goba. One word. The future is case. She will case it a chicken. Ligi is she future it case. Goba one word. She future is case. She will case it a chicken. The Latin cause in example 1 consists is the verb signature. The verb is passive. While it might be thought that a subject noun phrase has been elliptic, it is difficult to know what that noun phrase might be. The same applies to the Turkish passive verb in example 2. The Luganda verb in Example 3 is active. No independent noun phrase are needed because in content the person doing the casing and the bird being cased are opposed to the air. Okay, the next speaker, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ASRUL bin RUSTAM, and as the last speaker. Now I will explain about what is the head of noun. So in linguistics, the head or nucleus of a phrase is the word that determines the syntactic category of that phrase. For example, the head of the noun phrase boiling hot water is the noun water. For another example, the head of the compound noun handbag is a bag, since handbag is a bag, not a hand. So the compound noun here is a bag, not a hand. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.